Hey guys, I'm Koko, welcome to a new series. Today we're gonna be checking out 60 Seconds Reatomized. Now this game I played as one of my first games on my channel back in 2015 when it came out. It was called 60 Seconds back then, and now it's remastered or reatomized as it's called. So basically what this game is all about, you have 60 seconds to pick up your family and some essential items, throw them in the shelter before the bombs fall, because the Soviet Union is, of course, attacking. And then the fun begins. After that, you have to survive every day slowly. There's new events coming up. You have to feed your people. You have to send them out in the wilderness. You know, you're gonna get depressed. All kinds of good stuff. I really enjoyed this back then. I did not play the sequel thing that was in space, which, to be honest, is unfortunate. I should have played that. But in any case, we are here, Reatomized, and we're gonna start a new game, and we're gonna go in there. Now, there's a couple of game modes, and if you go for this Apocalypse, which is the full atomic experience, you go and scavenge your house for supplies and pick up your family and some essential items. And while I learn about this, you always kind of go for the same-ish things, you know, to survive. So it's, yeah. So what I like to do is go for survival, and then you can just click, you know, one of the three difficulties, which is gonna go with the middle one, and it's gonna randomize what you've got in your shelter. And I think that's more interesting. You know, it's kind of like starting with random in real world. That's why I like it. So you can see we're gonna have 2 to 4 family members, some junk in our shelter, food supply for 4 to 6 cans, and same for water. Common health issues, average fragile equipment, unwanted visitors, some, and often trouble. Now this one would probably be terrible, but so we're gonna go for the fat man. We're gonna begin our adventure, and we're gonna go in there, and we're gonna hope that we have all 4 family members, because that's gonna make the life more interesting. Of course, it's gonna make it harder to feed them, of course, but we'll see. Day 1 is here, so let us see. Yeah, we actually got all 4. That's amazing. So we have all 4 boys. We got little Timmy, Mary Jane, Ted, and Dolores over here. We got 5 bottles of water, only 4 soups, which is not good. We have a gun, we have a radio, which is amazing, flashlight, a Boy Scout book, which is also really good, an axe, I think this is like a spray, bug spray. We even have a health item and some cards. This is a really good start. Alright, let's begin. So this is how the days work. You have the journal and you read through this and you make some decisions. All of us made it into the shelter just a second before the blast. That was a close one. As long as we are all together, we can make it work down here. We remember hearing canned soup is healthy for you. Our shelves are full of cans. We'll eat from cans. We'll sleep on cans. We'll even talk to cans. Some of us already do. Plenty of water means we don't have to worry about that for some time. This is the best stock shelter we've ever seen. We've never seen another one, but we're sure there's a good amount of supplies. Good. We're not gonna feed them on day 1. Like, they don't need to eat every day. Maybe every 3rd day, something like that. We'll see. 1 minute was all fine, and next we were at each other's throats. How did this happen? This is insane. We need to get a grip of ourselves if we are going to survive this. Let's just sleep on it. So we have no decision for today. We're gonna go for day 2. Congratulations, we made it to day 2, boys. Now these guys are gonna get more depressed. You can see Ted's got his beard growing in here already. We don't have a map, which is unfortunate, but maybe at some point we're gonna get an event where you can find a map. Enough arguing, there are more important things to worry about. Ted seems to be doing alright. Nothing new with Mary Jane. Timmy is good. Dolores is fine as well. Alright. We're not gonna feed them yet. Let them starve a bit. Our neighborhood is still highly radioactive. Trips to the surface are a big risk to our health right now. So we're not gonna go out there yet. Now we have an event. Yesterday during charades, we learned that Mary Jane doesn't know how to spell anti-disestablishmentarianism, and it has left Dolores sorely disappointed. She insists on home, or rather shelter schooling Mary Jane a little. You know what? We'll allow this. Let's do it. Shelter school her. Maybe she'll know how to spell that weird thing. Oh, she's grumpy a bit, it seems. Dolores does not mess around. What started out as a spelling exercise has quickly found its way to a math revision, followed by a short physics course and ending on tinkering with random objects in the shelter. Mary Jane looks exhausted, but we can't deny the state of our shelter has improved today. Okay, so they want water. They're tired. Yeah. They want water. So we'll feed them today. So you can see 4 of them. That's 1 can of soup, 1 can of water for all of them. Now, if you had less people, we'd have to use less, you know. So we're gonna really have to send somebody out there soon, or else it's gonna be trouble. Our neighborhood is still highly radioactive. Trips to the surface a big risk, so we're not gonna do that. Our favorite radio station stopped broadcasting. When we tried other frequencies, we found nothing but static. Are all of the stations gone? Maybe we should tinker with our radio to increase its range. We'll not tinker with our radio because I'm pretty sure we'd just destroy the thing. So we're not gonna do that. Sounds like a good idea, right? Alright. We didn't tinker with it. We're sure they experienced technical issues. Yes, that's it. Everything will be fine. People are no longer thirsty, so that's good for them. We're not gonna feed them. The contamination of our town is still strong. Scavenging this condition could result in radiation sickness. So if we had the mask, we could send Ted out, but we don't have a mask. We're probably gonna send him out tomorrow. Yeah, probably. A few more hours of coughing and we'll get used to it. Our ventilation fans have halted and no fresh air seems to be circulating through the shelter. We have to fix it before we suffocate like rats trapped by a professional and very cruel rat catcher. Let's use the flashlight to check what is wrong with the thing. We'll see. What is wrong with the thing? Oh, Mary Jane is not feeling too good. What happened? The obvious thing to do when a vent is blocked is to check what's blocking it. However, when you shine your flashlight on a hive of mutated insects, things usually go from bad to worse. The angry hive is gone, but insects did some biting before they fled. Mary Jane was injured. Alright. It's Timmy is being very brave. Dolores is fine. We can use our health first aid kit to fix her. She's tired and hurt. Nothing else in anybody. Sure. Let's fix our little one. So we've been preparing for this expedition since yesterday. Ted is gonna go out. He's gonna take with him, I think, probably that... Oh, we can take the gun. Let's actually take the axe. Yeah, let's take the axe. Ted, you go out. He's gonna be gone for a couple of days now. Hopefully he returns. Chances are he's not. Now, so we're out of healing items now. That's unfortunate. Ted left for the surface. We hope he'll be back soon. Took the equipment. Mary Jane's wounds are all fixed. Everyone has to drink something, including Mary Jane. Yeah. Time for drinks and for soup. So you see, we used less water and soup today, which is good. Our first aid kit is of no use, and we need to do something about it. For some bizarre reason, we believe we can use lethal bug spray to produce some additional medicine. Maybe it will work. We won't know until we tried, right? I don't think it's a good idea using lethal bug spray to produce medicine. I mean, maybe, but I'd say let's not. Yeah? Let's not. Day 7. Ted is not back. We have 2 cans of soup. Oh, it's not the best. What's this guy here? Too bad we didn't have that spray. Yeah, I don't know. Day 7, nobody needs to eat. How about that lake we've been going to for the past few years? It would be so good to find ourselves there far away from all this madness. Swim a little, maybe take a boat ride, even if the whole place turned into Atomville. Probably not. Oh, it's a phone ringing? Do we have a phone? I don't think we have a phone. What's up? Hopefully the time to leave will come soon. Timmy's good? Okay, at least he was 5 minutes ago. Yeah, today he was ready to call for Dolores. Nothing about Mary Jane. We don't need to eat yet. We had thought that phone calls were a thing of the past after the atomic bomb obliterated everything in our little town. However, a phone booth on our street survived the bombing somehow. It seems it's ringing right now. We should send someone to answer it. Dolores, lady of the house, go answer that thing. We can't send little Timmy. He's too small. Mary Jane is tired, so let's not send her. Dolores, what was the news? When we answered the phone, we could clearly hear a gasp of relief from the caller. They introduced themselves as survivors from a nearby town of Hill Valley. We had started exchanging information when the call was cut short. Something must have gone wrong on their side. We hope they will get back to us. Alright, they are thirsty. Yup. You get to eat and drink today. Our patience is wearing thin. We thought it would be a good idea to take a quick look outside to see if there's any trouble in the area. As we were about to step out, a pair of animal eyes flashed in the darkness and their owner started growling. The most terrifying way. You only had moments to decide what to do. Shoot it! It's probably just a cat or something. That sounded like a hatch opening. Maybe Ted's back. Ted's back! He does not feel so good, I don't think. Well, that's a key. That's new. Suitcase is new. We have more water. I think he brought some stuff back. A quick shot with the rifle was more than enough to scare away or maybe bring down whatever creature stalked us in the darkness. We never saw it again. Ted has safely returned from his voyage to the surface. Good. Theater means actors, and where you find actors you can easily run into mimes, and so we approached the theater on our tiptoes. But in the end, we decided our need for supplies was greater than our fear of mimes, so we barely went in to explore. This must have been one boring play if only props being used were bottles. The scene was practically filled with them. Thankfully, some had water in them. We half expected the theater cafeteria to be in a sorry state. Surprisingly, the atomic blast spared most of it and we were able to admire their selection of foods. It was very vivid. Small, medium or large cans of tomato soup. We felt large cans were meant for us. With some fun playing around with different theater props and outfits. We didn't look especially fabulous in any of them, but we took a padlock from one of those boxes and a souvenir. Interesting. I've not seen this before, I don't think. Of the many props like this theater had to offer was a proper leather suitcase. We got rid of some customs that were inside and dusted off. As good as new. Good. Ted became infected with something. That's bad. He might die. And we're gonna feed him because he hasn't been fed in a while. We're not gonna go out quite yet. It's highly radioactive out there. We're gonna wait a couple of days, I think. We always steered away from casinos, gambling dens, and the like. So when a man came to our door and told us he used to be a gambler, we were suspicious. He invited us to play a game. He proposed a 2-water bottle bet in a card game of our choice. Not gambling. Screw you. Screw you. Please, Ted, do not affect other people. That could be a problem. Very much so. Gambling is a terrible habit. What kind of example is that to set to the kids? We need supplies, but we are not getting them like that. We'd sooner rob someone. We send that man away. Good riddance. Something should be done about Ted's sickness. Yeah, we don't have a healing item. I'm sorry, Ted. We're not sending anybody out. Nope. Our supplies are scarce and our morale is low. You can almost smell the desperation in the shelter. We're pretty sure there's a small group of survivors nearby, mostly old folks from the retirement home. It shouldn't be hard to borrow some of their supplies. They're old anyway and we need them more, right? No, we're gonna continue being nice people. We're not gonna go shoot at the old people. I can imagine a granny out there with a shotgun scaring us away easily and taking our stuff. We're no bandits. Sure, we need supplies, but not at the cost of others. We won't bother these people. A man who takes canned tomato soup from another is not worth it to taste that soup. Let's just hope that everybody else out there is as decent as our family. People are gonna be hungry. He's sick. Yup. Poor guy. We're gonna feed and hydrate everybody today. So let's do that. Looks like the air is still irradiated. Going to the wasteland right now is unsafe unless you don't mind getting sick. Ugh. I wish we had the gas mask. What is this thing? Oh, we have to await. Yes. We shall do that. I think we're still gonna send out Dolores. She can go out. The boredom and silence are overwhelming. Too bad we don't have a TV to keep us occupied. But maybe you could take advantage of some of our supplies and pretend they're props of movie set. Sure. Don't use the axe. You might chop little Timmy's head off. That would be terrible. Day 13. What could possibly go wrong on day 13, huh? We need meds. Ted and Mary Jane were reminded of their regular cinema trips, so they were happy to improvise scenes for the rest of us. Ted was Marilyn and Mary Jane was the director, ordering him around. She was really strict about her artistic vision, but Ted managed to deliver a performance so convincing we forgot for a moment that he isn't a lovely, slim, blonde Hollywood star. Indeed. Ted is still hungry. Ted, would you stop being hungry, please? You get some soup, but we don't have that much. Yeah, she's going out. She's gonna take... You know what? You can take the gun this time around, Dolores. I believe in you. I believe in you. Take the gun out. Fight the raiders if there's any. And bring us some meds. Dolores is on her way to the surface. Let's hope she'll make it back safe and sound. Ted keeps coughing and coughing. Ted is no longer hungry. Oh boy. Could be a problem for Ted very soon. We were discussing plans for our first meal that didn't feature tomato soup when we heard yells outside. We discovered that they came from a small group of ragged survivors. They were a sorry sight and we weren't surprised that they requested aid. They asked us to provide anything we could. Water, food, or medical supplies. We're gonna be decent people. We're gonna provide them water, I think. Let's be decent people. Day 15. Go. Ooh, Ted feels better, I think. We've never seen anyone so touched by a simple gift. A minute later, those poor people were hugging us like there was no tomorrow. Quite possible, actually. And thanking us for the gesture. They were eager to repay us, and one of the group offered us a map of the local area. That's actually really solid. They claimed it helped them get here, so it brought luck upon whoever used it. We promised we will give it a try and wish them a safe journey. Ted has recovered. That's really good. We'll give them drinks today, let's say. As long as we have food and water, we can stay locked in, but we'll have to leave eventually. It would be good to head straight to safety instead of getting ourselves into more trouble. If that's even possible in this situation, our hope is that our brave soldiers will come to rescue us and take us to some well-hidden, well-stocked government shelter. Timmy had comics about those, so you know, they must exist. All we need to do is make contact. Yes, do it. Make contact with the military. Let's hope Dolores comes back. She's not back yet. What's up? We made contact. The military is out there and they're coming for us. All we need to do now is wait patiently. The soldier with the boring voice was very specific about us. Help is on the way. We just need to wait for further instructions and keep our radios in working order. Good. They're no longer thirsty. Are you hungry by any chance? No. They're fine. There it goes again. Noises. Weird noises all the time. Are they coming from the pipes, walls? It's something behind the door. We don't know and it's driving us insane. We should sit down and relax. Yes. Play some cards, boys. That's gonna be fine. Just play some poker. Something. Ted, you need to show them how to gamble. Oh, Ted is growing a nice hair right there. Oh, Teddy. Having some fun made us forget about... What was it again? Yeah. Nothing happened. These guys are fine. They're not really hungry, so keep it going. Mary Jane has been awful silent today. This is very unlike her. Yes, try talking to her, Ted. Wait for the instructions. We shall do that. Try talking to her. Yes. Because why not? Let's see what happens. Did you talk to her, Ted? Nothing solves problems better than an honest conversation over a hot beverage. We don't have the ladders, but talking alone seems to do the trick. They are thirsty and hungry. Good. Feed them. She's not hungry, actually. Let's not feed her. Because we are, you know, going low. Do we know very little about what's going on outside? It'd be a good idea to find out more. Maybe discover if anyone else made it to the safety. A radio could help with us. Yes, radio is like the most important thing if you want to survive this place. Ted, I don't like the look in your eyes, buddy. I really do not. We were able to get a weak signal and tap into government emergency announcement service. And guess what? Great news! The fallout outside has mostly gone. It should be much safer to travel on the surface now. Nice. Ted is rested. They are not thirsty or hungry anymore. She is hungry a bit, so we're gonna give her some soup. What's that trickling sound? And why is the wall so wet? Are we about to get flooded? We don't have life preservers. A boat wouldn't even fit inside this shelter. We need to do something. Save the supplies. Oh, we need to save one of these things? We're saving the radio. Please don't destroy our map or our cards. Made it to day 20. Where is Dolores? Map is a bit ruined. Cards got wrecked. Radio is still there. The radio was rescued first before any of that filthy liquid got into its case. It wasn't long before most of the water disappeared, but the damage it done was enough to upset us. Cleaning and fixing this mess will take us days. And what's that smell? So we did lose the map. Are you sure? Because, you know, that map is still there, just a bit injured, I guess. A bit damaged. They're all feeling fine. We really want Dolores to be back, because we need those supplies. We found an unsigned letter today. The stranger asked for our help. Apparently there are a few survivors in grave need of supplies and we have a chance to help them. They're saying that we won't regret it and we would make several people very, very happy. Should we do it? We don't have food. we won't have enough food. Like, we have a can and a half soup. Like, if you give the soup away, we can feed one person once and that's it. Unless Dolores comes back. Yo, this is not a good idea. I'm sorry, people, we can't do it. I know we need to be friendly to our neighbors. Oh, I think she's coming back. I heard the hatch open. Hell yeah, Dolores is back and she looks just peachy. Alright, I think I'm gonna finish the first episode here. I'm gonna probably go for a couple more, see how well we do with our family and how things go. So for now though, thank you everybody for watching. I do hope you did enjoy this episode. And if you did, click that notification bell below if you want to see more from me. Otherwise, I will see you next time. I hope. Koko out.